Hey, honey.
Yes, Barry?
Let's get out of here.
Where are we going?
Where do we always go?
Fascina el viento, este ritmo de palmas, sin mi naturaleza, hasta encontrar la playa. Por eso grito al mundo, yo soy de Puerto Vallarta. Samba de Puerto Vallarta, noche de arrullo en el mar. Samba de
Hello, fellow
Puerto
travelers, and welcome to
Vallarta.
this episode of the Puerto Vallarta Travel Show. I'm your host, Barry Kessler, and I'm just so happy to be introducing you to my favorite vacation destination, and maybe it's even yours, and that's Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. The music you're listening to is performed by Alberto Perez. Now, Alberto is the owner of the Lapa Lapa group of restaurants. Those are the Lapa Lapa, Puerto Vallarta's oldest restaurant on the famous Los Muertos Beach, and the El Dorado Restaurant Beach Club right next door. So you can enjoy that fantastic view of the Los Muertos Pier, all lit up at night in beautiful colors, or during the day in its grand splendor for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, seated with your toes in the sand right at the water's edge, or riverside at the newest addition to the Grupo, a Le Bistro Jazz Cafe overlooking the Rio Quale on beautiful Isla Quale, Lapa Lapa, El Dorado, and Le Bistro Jazz Cafe. They're so romantic. They're so Puerto Vallarta, my friends. This week we are going to have a little fun with a local Vallarta band. They've been really busy rocking the town during the off season, and they're warming up for their fourth year of stealing the hearts and souls of their fans. The band's called The Lovers. That's Georgia de Sal, Adrian Garcia, Richard Luna, and Renato Oreza are going to be talking about the music scene in Puerto Vallarta. They're all very passionate about music and about Puerto Vallarta, just like we are. And they've got some very interesting things to talk about. You're going to really enjoy them. I'll be taking you to a relatively new entertainment venue up the Rio Quale in the little village of Paso del Guayabo. It's called Rancho Santiago. Rancho Santiago is known as a Salon de Eventos in Espanol. In other words, it's a place to hold a party or an event. We're going to meet the owner of Rancho Santiago, Jose Santiago. What do you know? Let's see. We have lots of Vallarta news and more. Let's see what's happening this week in Puerto Vallarta, the 11th of October, 2025. Puerto Vallarta is currently reeling from two very difficult events. One happened just yesterday. The famous pirate ship, the Margalante. Yep, hold on to your hats, guys. The Margalante sank in the bay as it was passing Colonia Cinco de Diciembre. It was desperately trying to make it back to port. She was being towed by a police vessel while bomberos, the firemen, were pumping out her bilge, but to no avail. In the end, she didn't make it, and instead she sank in what I was told was about 1,000 feet of water. No one was injured. Apparently all passengers were taken off the boat down in Mismaloya, and it was the bomberos, the firemen. As I said, they were on board with pumps, attempting to get the boat back to port before the inevitable happened. The unthinkable happened, and she sank. Here's a press release that I found on Tinta Libre Facebook page. Margalante, Puerto Vallarta's pride and legacy. Puerto Vallarta, Jalisco, October 10th, 2025. The company that owns the Margalante vessel informs the Puerto Vallarta community that following a failure in its bilge system, the historic galleon sank this Friday off the city center. The incident occurred while the crew was attempting to return to port for technical repairs. At the Buenaventura Hotel, the system failures became more severe, and the ship began to slowly sink in the waters that had been its home for more than 3 decades. From the very beginning, security protocols were activated. All passengers were safely evacuated and are safe thanks to the immediate and responsible action of the crew. The company expresses its deep gratitude to the maritime port and civil protection authorities for their timely and supportive support during the incident. We especially thank the service providers in the area who came to the aid of our vessel. Built in 1987 and officially launched in 1992 to commemorate the 500th anniversary of the discovery of America, the Mar Galante was a replica of the Santa Maria, the ship on which Christopher Columbus crossed the Atlantic. Since its arrival in Puerto Vallarta, it has become a living symbol of identity, history, and pride, gracing the waters of the bay with its majestic presence and offering unforgettable experiences to millions of visitors. The company is proud, along with the people of Vallarta, of this ship that for many more than 30 years was an emblem of joy, tradition, and beauty in our bay. It also reaffirms its commitment to all its staff, ensuring that no one will be left behind and that each employee will have the necessary support throughout this process. For those who purchase tickets for upcoming trips on the Mariana Islands, the company informs them that they will receive a full refund. Official mechanisms for carrying out the process in an orderly and secure manner will be announced in the coming days, so please remain attentive to official communication channels. With hope and gratitude, it is announced that in 2 or 3 months, the sister ship of the Mar Galante will arrive in the waters of the bay to continue its legacy of history, emotion, and Vallarta pride. Today, the Mar Galante rests in the waters that were always her home, where she will live on in the memories and hearts of all who saw her sail. And I have that announcement that I found on the face bag, Tinta Libre's page in the show notes. Wow, very, very emotional, kind of tearing up here. Anyway, we were having dinner last night at Gabby's restaurant. We were actually talking with Chef Julio about this very, very sad news, and he actually mentioned that the sister ship is called the Perla Negra, the Black Pearl, and that they expect to see her coming in a few months. Just like this press release, that's exactly what he was confirming. So let's see if that happens. It would be nice. But wow, I'm really gonna miss the Mar Galante, and I'm sure everybody will. We all gonna miss those fireworks shows and watching her sail on the bay. Well, everybody's gonna miss them except for the dogs in this town. I'm just saying. And if you know, you know. At least they'll get a couple of months off. Seems. The second event actually occurred, first. It was several days ago, beginning on the morning of October the 7th, when high winds generated by Hurricane Priscilla. Priscilla passed by about 450 kilometers west of the Bahia de Banderas, and that was on the 6th of October. There was not a drop of rain anywhere in Puerto Vallarta. In fact, we didn't feel any wind either. Both days when that hurricane was passing by, the 5th and the 6th. But it was the waves. It was the waves that ended up pummeling and doing the flooding and severely damaging several very popular restaurants up in Cinco de Diciembre, the El Barracuda and El Solar. Both of those took some big hits, and the waves were just pummeling them, just clobbering them. They just destroyed the insides. It was like they were just running in the front and coming out the back. It was crazy to see. There's video of that. I might find some of that and embed it in the show notes over at www.puertovallartatravelshow.com. All along the Malecon, you could just see these large swells coming in towards the shore. You just see these huge waves at the shoreline. And they were slamming into the seawall, and the ocean spray would go like 40, 50 feet up into the air. And it would send rocks and, of course, seawater and sand all over the Malecon. It it's a truly frightening sound actually to hear these big rocks slamming down right on the cement surface of the Malecon. It's it'll catch your attention, okay? It's the crash of the waves is followed by the thumping of these big rocks from the bay just being tossed in the air, like, just by these giant waves. It's frightening to watch, and like I said, to listen to. You could actually see these giant waves splashing from our balcony. We actually were witnessing it from, in the morning. We're going, what is that? And you could see these giant waves just splashing up into the sky, away from. We're up in Alta Vista. It's about a mile away. So we had to get down to the ground just to see what was happening. So we headed down there and we took some photos. We took some video, but it was pretty incredible. Now, the hardest hit spot on the Malecon, other than what happened up in Cinco, was the same place that gets hit hard almost every time there's a big storm, and that's where the Malecon extension is. That's the place actually we were talking about last time we got together, about the city. The city's in the middle of a big remodel there, a big redesign of this Malecon extension, which, for information's sake, if you don't know, it stretches from the Naval Museum, which is right near the amphitheater on the Malecon, and it heads south, or down the coast, to be more precise, to the pedestrian bridge that crosses the Rio Quale over at the big condo, the Molina de Agua over there. The city was about halfway finished with this project, which included a ton of just breaking up decaying concrete, and old planters and old benches, and the walking surfaces. They were all just busted up, and it just was sitting there, just busted up cement, waiting to be scooped up by a skip loader, right? Loaded into trucks to be hauled away. And the work crew, the city crew, had lots of building material like sand and gravel and cement mixers and slate and tile. All this stuff was all stacked up on the work site for the project, and it's all sitting there. And in come these waves, just crashing in, these giant waves, all that seawater and the heavy rocks, and just tons of sand combined with all that broken up concrete. It was a real mess. And anyway, I have photos of this mess in the show notes, as well as on the Puerto Vallarta Travel Show Facebook page. Go ahead and have a look if you dare. Much of that mess, thankfully, has been cleaned up as of today, by the way, 4 days later. But there's so much more work to do, of course. And it was a step backwards for sure. It was iffy as to whether or not the city would be able to finish this Malecon renovation project. I think they wanted to finish it by October, the end of October. But that is, they're going to have to wait a little bit longer. On the other hand, it really does just never ceases to amaze me that when the people in Puerto Vallarta have their backs to the wall, they seem to be able to pull it all together and, do the impossible. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. Now, as Debbie and I walk around the town or drive around town, surprising actually to see the amount of street repair and other municipal repair projects that have been going on all during the off season. There's a total redo of Calle Achilles Cerdan, to name one of them, and there's a lot of rain damage to streets, and they're getting attention as the high season approaches as well. In the case of the project on Achilles Cerdan, it's infrastructure, it's pipelines and all that stuff being put in underground. I'll have pics in the show notes for this episode. You can find it in the blog post over at www.puertovallartatravelshow.com. You can look for it under the blog tab, and then the latest episode will be at the top of the list. You just click on that and you bring up the post with all the pretty pictures and all the great news and all the bad news. Boy, we had some bad news this week. Of course, all the working people in town are eagerly looking forward to the busy tourist season, And that traditionally happens when Dia de los Muertos rolls around November 1st. Everyone here is hoping for a busy season, of course, in paradise. The last time we talked, we were discussing the city's plans to install parking meters, right? They were thinking about putting meters in certain areas of town, like downtown area, Cinco de Diciembre, the Romantic Zone, Versailles, the tourist zones mostly. Well, the people have spoken. The residents from these areas to be affected stormed City Hall. They had torches and pitchforks, of course. No, not really. Just figuratively, of course. And they immediately scrapped the idea of parking meters. Let's come in over 3 years, right? What do you think? Memories are kind of short, At the same time, the pitchfork guys told the mayor that they wanted uninterrupted water service. They complained, of course, that many neighborhoods were having daily water cutoffs and unclean water, and they said they didn't want a fancy Ferris wheel that the city was planning on building. They didn't want fancy little Tukey land parks. What they wanted was clean, reliable, and affordable water service from Ciapal, Vallarta's public water company. And they didn't want to be treated like second-class citizens. They want to take the back seat to the resorts and to the big condos who, they seem to be getting cleaner and uninterrupted water service, in some cases, even better pricing. And they also talked about the bus system. They needed a better mass transit system for the people in outlying colonias. They want more buses. They want more bus routes. They want more air-conditioned buses. They complain that the hardworking people arrived at their jobs all hot and sweaty from being packed in buses like sardines. And then at the end of the day, the same. And so they were mad. And to back up their beef, what they did was they had a big demonstration. They had a big manifestacion. They shut down traffic all over town, and it was a mess. This all happened way back in August, end of August. Wow. It's really been a long time since I've posted an episode, hasn't it? Yep. Sorry about that. Yeah, my wife and I made a surprise trip back to California. My dad's just been put on hospice. We thought we might have to go back and see him before he checks out. So Debbie and I, we actually came to the conclusion that the only reason to go back to the U.S. would be for weddings and funerals. And my 95-year-old dad's just trying to put that to the test. Luckily for my dad and for me is that my twin brother Gary lives close enough to my dad's assisted living home, and he's able to check on him almost every day. And I'm getting daily updates from Gary and my older brother and sister who live out of state. They also are getting updates. It's the circle of life thing, right? Anyway, sorry about the lack of episodes. I hope to get out a few more than I have been, more frequent. The Dia de los Muertos is coming up, and with it, the beginning of the high season. So I'll be talking about that in the coming weeks as the date approaches. Of course, that's November 1st and 2nd, coming right up. Now, Debbie and I have been doing a ton of walking since we've got to Vallarta. We don't have a car, you see. And so, we walk as a result. We like to duck into little shops along the streets and just check them out. Downtown Vallarta's got a bunch of little shops. You just kind of see what kind of hidden treasures they have and whatever we can uncover. We do our best to do that every once in a while. And we walked into a small cafe. It's an art gallery cafe thing. And the lady there who greeted us at the door, she said that her tea shop specializes in, get this, magic mushrooms. Now, I'm not really sure about the legality of all this stuff and this venture, so I'm not going to want to rock her boat here on the podcast, but hey, if any of you guys are interested in microdosing the hongos mágicos, the magic mushrooms, send me an email. I'll hook you up. Or if you've actually tried this place, if you actually been in her store, tried her products, why don't you tell me about your experience? We'll try. We're gonna plan to drop by her place as soon as we can. I guess do our due diligence. But we don't do this for us. We do this for you, right? Someone has to do it. It's a sacrifice. I know. We had an unusual thing happen to us a couple weeks ago. Debbie and I have always felt very safe walking the streets in Vallarta. We actually consider our neighborhood quiet and very safe as well. So we live up a big hill up in Colonia Alta Vista. We're pretty close to the yellow house on the hill, Casa Isabel, if you know where that is. And there's like 4 ways to get down into the romantic zone from our apartment. One is down a steep and windy calle Pulpito, and that takes you all the way down to Highway 200, right down the street and across the street from the gasoline station there, just outside of town. The other way is down a stairway, goes alongside this big condo building called the Soho. It's huge. The third way down is another stairway over at Calle Aguacate. And the fourth way down is to walk down Calle Popito down a ways to Jacarandas or Jacarandas, depending on how you want to spell it and say it. And then you take Jacarandas straight down the hill into the romantic zone. One of the things we like to do is have a craft beer over at Los Muertos Brewing. We really like to take advantage of their happy hour specials. Now, from like 4 to 6 every day, you can have a pint of their handmade, handcrafted beer for just 45 pesos. That's a great deal when you consider that a Pacifico or a Corona is going to set you back like 30 at the lowest to 50, at the most. At most Puerto Vallarta bars, you can pay more, but that's kind of standard. But hey, you can have a craft IPA here, or an ale, or a stout for 45 pesos a pint. And the last time I checked, pint was 16 ounces, so that's bigger than a 12-ounce bottle of or can of Pacifico. They also have pizza by the slice there, and it's pretty good. They have pepperoni, cheese, or Hawaiian. They've got that special going on for only 45 pesos a slice. They also have another deal. This is interesting. They have another deal, very similar, but different, from 11 until 5 for 115 pesos, which is about $6.25 US. You can get a pint of beer, a slice of pizza, and a choice of either a salad or a plate of French fries. It's a steal. It's nothing. It's $6.25 US. Anyway, I'm going to have Connor and Stephanie, the owners of Los Muertos Brewing, back on the show. They're going to talk about their amazing restaurant. Actually, they've got another restaurant, the El Granero. We've been there before with the show. It's just literally right around the corner from Los Muertos Brewing, and it's air conditioned, by the way. And I will have them both back on the podcast soon, and I'll get them there to divulge some of their specials and some of the secrets about this great brewery. So stay tuned. Okay, I got a little sidetracked here. Okay, so here's the weird thing. So we're getting ready to head down to Los Muertos for the happy hour. I said to Debbie, hey, let's take a different route. Let's go down a different way down the hill, since we'd been favoring Calle Popito for a long time. I said, and by the way, it takes about 12 minutes for us to walk down from our front door down to Los Muertos Brewery. Don't ask me how I know this, by the way. Just don't ask me, please. Wouldn't want to think anybody would think that I'd have a drinking problem or anything like that. So I said to Debbie, I said, if we take the same route all the time, maybe someone's going to begin to see a little pattern and, kind of maybe even possibly take advantage of us, so jump us or something like that. So Debbie says, yeah, okay. And we agreed to head down the stairway over on Aguacate. which we've done many times. It's a relatively new stairway. When I say that, I don't know, it's like 20 years old or something. It was privately built and it's maintained by the surrounding condo association, I believe. It's got these yellow hip level walls or the little planter boxes with very well manicured plants growing in them. And the stairway has terraces where you can stop and rest between these sets of stairs. It even has a waterfall features built alongside the stairway for when it rains. Like I said, we've gone up down the stairway many, many times over the last 9 months. So anyway, we're on our way down the stairs, and we come up upon this young couple, and we could hear them. Could hear them talking as we got closer to them as we're walking down the stairs. And when we turned the corner and saw them over, one of these little terraces, and we said hola, and they said hola back. And they were messing around with something or some things that they had sitting on the planter wall where they were standing. And it looked like smoking paraphernalia to me. It looked like a couple of tweakers, like meth users, smoking drugs. And they were maybe in their late 20s, all tattooed and pierced up, a little creepy looking. So we exchanged the olas, and Deb and I walked down past them. And all of a sudden, the dude tweaker comes running down past us. He ends up standing right in front of me. And then the girl runs past Debbie, and now she's standing behind me. So tweaker dude, he starts yelling at his girlfriend. And he's making stuff up just to cause a scene. You could tell. He's play acting. You could tell it was all made up. And he wasn't good at it either. So he yells at the girl. He says, pick up your trash. This is all in Spanish. And she's like yelling back. And then she looks back at Debbie and she says, ayúdame, which means help me in Spanish. And now it was getting very confusing to us. So I look at the dude's hands. I want to see if he's got a weapon or something. And there's nothing, I don't know. Maybe he thought he'd overpower me or whatever and changed his mind when he got right up next to me. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking to myself, Barry, this has got to be the most poorly planned mugging in modern day history. They don't know what to do next. It's time for us to go. So I've mentioned before, I'm sure I've mentioned before that Debbie and I are, we're 6 feet tall, both of us. We're pretty mobile. We're fit for our age. And this kid, the tweaker dude, was about half my size. So half our size, really. So anyway, I pushed past the young tweaker dude and then turned and I looked up the stairs and I signaled for Debbie to go ahead and walk down past them both, which she very carefully did. And then we quickly finished that flight of stairs and continued down Aguacate to Lázaro Cárdenas, hung a left down the street, finally making it over to Los Muertos Brewing and ordered a pint of beer each. And believe me, we've spent a lot of time trying to figure out what was going on there. But I must admit, for the first time in 40 years of visiting Paradise, we're more than a little bit startled about this. And well, in the end, our decision to change our route so we wouldn't get jumped kind of backfired now, didn't it? Speaking of Los Muertos Brewing on Lázaro Cárdenas, if you know that area, you look across the street down towards the beach. If you're sitting there in Los Muertos Brewing, there's Tres Piate, if you know that we've been there. There's Taqueria Don Chava, and then there's the Red Gate Gallery, and behind them is the Quinta Encanto Hotel, and then there's the Liquid Men, and then there's a barber shop and a doctor's office. They are all on the chopping block. They are all part of a huge condo complex project, and all those businesses have either already moved or are getting ready to move. Unfortunately, the wrecking ball is coming for a big chunk of Zona Romantica, and that area is going to be a mess for some time to come, I'm afraid. That Quinta Encanto property, it's huge. It's a huge chunk of land. Look it up on TripAdvisor. They've got pictures of it. It's an interesting place. Also, I was told that they've got a mattress store on the corner of Venustiano Carranza there. and I think that's part of that project as well. I stopped into Industry Bar and CC Slaughters. The guy over at Industry, he told me that they were not part of that project, that they have a lease for another 4 years at least, he says. But man, I got to tell you, it's going to be a mess. You will not be able to avoid that. It's going to be a long ride over there on Lázaro Cárdenas, over there in the Zona Romantica. Sorry about the bad news. Stay tuned. Next week, I promise to fill you in on how Debbie and I are filling our days, keeping on a budget, and what we've learned living in Vallarta for our first full year. But I really need to get to our interview, so here we go. First up, we will visit a new entertainment venue. It's up the road towards Canopy River. The place is called Rancho Santiago, and the owner of the Rancho is a really nice guy. His name is Jose, and Jose, I met him quite by accident, really. Debbie and I had taken an Uber up to Canopy River Park, and we were walking down the hill from the park. And by the way, if you haven't been up to the Canopy River Park lately, they do zip lining. We've been there before. They do zip lining. They do ATV tours. They have the Hurlo Bridge, this big suspension bridge up there with a new viewing platform, by the way. They have a Sunday brunch. They call it the Brunch Fiesta. And they've got a pool and a lounging deck with table service too. And now they even have a hotel up there. Really, things have really changed over the years up that road over in the Ejido up there. All along that road, they're building like crazy. They got big homes, they've got condos, they've got ranchos. It's nuts, especially, as I understand it, it's all Ejido land, custodial collective land. But hey, right now, there's a ton of building going on up there. Anyway, the reason that we went up there was to check out the lunch during the week over at the Canopy River Park to see how it was. We've been there in the past for the Saturday and Sunday Mexican Fiesta buffet brunch, which I mentioned earlier. That brunch is spectacular. There's a ton of food to choose from. Big buffet, lots of food stations. And on top of the food, you get stunning view from your table of the infinity pool. While you're sitting there in the mountains above Vallarta, you're surrounded by the beauty. There's the live entertainment with mariachi music. They have horses. They got charros. They've got dancers. It's just, as they named it, a Mexican fiesta. Well, we were wondering how this place was during the week when they weren't doing the buffet. So we went up there in an Uber, and we were happy to see that the lunch menu had a wide variety of dishes to choose from. Their food was really good, and the margaritas were really good. And they accepted credit cards too, which is pretty good. It's pretty important to a lot of you, and, important to me too sometimes. And if you wanted to walk on the Hurlo Bridge, you could do it. You could go walk right up there and pay like 300 pesos per person. And you couldn't cross all the way around the bridge, but they let you walk on it. And then, you might, for 300 pesos, it's worth it, right? So that's $15. It's worth it if you're up there. But okay, once again, I got sidetracked. Getting back to our next interview, we were walking down from Canopy River. We stopped over at Moro Paraíso for a couple of margaritas. And I just heard, by the way, that they need to find a new place over at Moro Paraíso. They are going to be gone. I'm really going to miss their margaritas, but we continued down the hill farther, and we noticed the doorway to Rancho Santiago was open. So I stuck in my head, and I made contact with this guy, Jose, and he motioned me in. He introduces himself, and he says, we're having the band The Lovers play here on Mondays. So I told him, hey, thanks. We'll come back, and we'll see The Lovers this Monday. And we continued on down the hill. Eventually, we hopped on a bus and took it down the rest of the way over to Zona Romantica. So I was very excited to finally be interviewing this band, The Lovers, because they become one of Debbie and my favorite bands. in Vallarta. They're energetic, they're talented. Georgia, the lead singer, has a voice range that will blow your mind. They sing oldies, rock and roll, old and new. They play Mexican rock too, and classics, of course. We just love the Lovers. And so I contacted Luis Chabe, the lead guitar player for the Lovers, and the guy that I knew best in the band. I've known Luis since he played with the Tres Cuartos like 8 years ago. So I asked him if he'd set up the interviews with all the members of the band and told him that I'd interview each one separately during the breaks, during the breaks of the action, during the intermission over at Rancho Santiago. And he says, okay, sure. So I brought my recording gear and I did just that. I interviewed each one of them, including Jose, and I was putting together the episode. And as I was doing it, a funny thing happened. I read a post on Facebook from Chabe that he was leaving the Lovers. And I'm like, how can this be? What am I going to do with all these interviews? One of my friends suggested that I run the interviews with disclaimers saying, hey, Luis left the band, but I couldn't do that. That didn't sound right. So the reality is that the band actually didn't take too long to find a replacement for their lead guitarist, Luis. A couple of weeks passed while they auditioned several guitarists for the lead guitar spot, and they found a great fit for the part. Adrian Garcia, formerly from the band Bobby and the Others, country rock band here. So we went back. Debbie and I went back to Rancho Santiago to meet and to interview Adrian, who I was very impressed with. And at the same time, I actually took the opportunity to finish a original interview that I had with Renato Reza. He's the bass player, which after I got back and I was listening to the recording at home, I realized that we had been cut short during the original interview when I first visited. So you're gonna notice Renato's interview is the longest because it's actually in 2 parts, which I tried to hide from you as best I could. You may or may not be able to tell. But now I am finally able to bring you at last a completed and revised Lovers interviews, the Lovers podcast. So first up, let's meet the owner of Rancho Santiago in Paso del Guayabo, Riverside, along the Rio Quale. His name is Jose Santiago in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Jose, thanks for coming on the podcast.
Welcome. Thank you.
Tell us about yourself. You're from Puerto Vallarta?
No, I'm originally from Portugal.
You really? Okay. So
Yeah.
that's why the pronunciation of the name is different, right?
Yes, exactly.
Jose.
Yes.
All right. So from Portugal, when did you come here?
I lived in Canada for about 40 years and then came here to Vallarta 8 years ago.
8 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And how did you end up out here in, where are you? You're not Paso Ancho. You're up in Guayabos. huh?
Guayabo, yeah.
Pasar Guayabos.
Yeah, see.
So how did you end up here? I mean, it's just you.
I've been coming to Puerto Vallarta for about 36, 37 years.
Okay.
Met lots of friends. And then decide to move. We decided to come here.
Wow. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. And so you've got this beautiful place.
Thank you.
It's like a little ranchito. It's like it's
Yeah, that's why I call it Rancho, because you got the animals and it's nice.
you're right on the river,
Right? Yeah.
and it's a salon, right? It's a salon de
Eventos. Salon de Eventos, yeah.
eventos,
See.
right? So, you right now we just got done listening to the Lovers,
Mm-hmm.
and it's off season, so for us that are still here, it's pretty cool. It's really good what you're doing here. What are your plans in the future?
We open right now every Monday, and towards the high season, we'll plan to open every day, from Mondays to Fridays,
Okay.
and then on weekends we rent for eventos.
Right. All right. So basically, you're open for what are you serving, like lunch and dinner? Or what are you serving here?
Whatever, mostly lunch.
Okay, mostly lunch.
Yeah.
Tell us about your menu. What is that like?
Right
Okay.
now we have very little. We have chicken wings, we have hamburgers, fries, tacos de camarón. I think that's it
Okay.
for now. Yeah,
Yeah.
simple.
All right. Well, actually, I'll have a lot of photos in the show notes. You can see them at www.puertovallartravelshow.com. I have pictures of the entire area here, and you're right on the river, which is really cool. You got a little smoking section back there too, so people can do that.
Yeah, but not so many people, so it's okay, But
yeah,
later on, people, lot more people, then people go up to the smoke. Yeah,
and well, indeed, yeah. Well, I totally understood. People who smoke should know that, right?
Right.
Yeah, they should. Yeah. You hear that, guys? You should. You should know that. So your plans are to have other bands during the year?
Right now we have 5 bands for the season. We have Mondays, we have the Lovers. Tuesdays, we have Animals. Wednesdays, we have the Little Walkers. Thursdays, we have the Good Company.
Oh, yeah. We heard them today. They're very excellent band.
And Fridays, we have Las Mamas.
Well, so you're going all the way.
Yeah.
You're not going second-rate bands. You're going first-rate bands.
Yeah.
Good for you. All right.
I'm excited.
It's exciting. Okay, so how do people get up here? They can get up here like a
Uber? By Uber, taxi, or there is a number 4 bus from town, 10 pesos. Stop right here in front of us.
Right. It comes right by here, right?
Yep.
Right. How much further up the road does that go?
Last stop over there.
Oh, really? So it's really close to you, the last stop.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
So for, like 10 pesos, I mean, this 50 cents, you can cut 50 cents US. I don't know about Canadian dollars. Well, I do.
Maybe
but
60.
Yeah, a little bit more. But yeah, it's amazing. The area is beautiful. It's full of nature.
Yeah, it's very, very nice. Yeah.
You got some animals over there too. Yes. You got a horse and a goat, or what's going on?
A couple horses and a couple goats. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So hey, it's real Mexico.
And
here,
I gotta get the burro.
And the burro. It is totally real Mexico. Yeah. All right. So how do people get here? What's the address here?
It's 1051 Philip Angeles, Paso Gallabo.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. Now, and I actually have
we have a Google Maps too.
Yeah. No, I'll have a Google map that'll take you right to the front door. You guys look at the show notes. You'll find it right there. I really appreciate what you guys are doing during the off season, but I'm looking forward to a full season coming up for you guys.
So we are, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jose, I really appreciate your talking with me. And hey, we'll talk again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jose. I have all the contact information for Rancho Santiago in the show notes at www.puertovallartatravelshow.com. Now, we're going to be meeting each one of the lovers one at a time. You may be wondering why I'm not playing their music during this episode. It's a good question. It has to do with music royalties and the legality of playing music on podcast platforms. I did, however, embed some videos of the lovers. You'll find them in the show notes for your viewing and your listening pleasure. You can also go to their Facebook page, which I will link you to. You can find that in the show notes. Or you know what? Just go listen to them in concert in Puerto Vallarta. But let's go right now to Paso del Guayabo, up the Rio Cuale, to Rancho Santiago, and let's meet the lovers one at a time. Georgia de Sal, Adrian Garcia, Richard Luna, and Renato Reza, the lovers, rocking Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Georgia, thanks for coming on the podcast.
Thank you, Barry.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? What was your path to Puerto Vallarta?
Well, I've been living here like 3 years already, but I born in a small place.
Yeah, where's that?
Near to Guadalajara.
Uh-huh.
It's called Tepatitlan.
Wow.
A place with beautiful women and
That's
men.
a big mouthful. What's it called again?
Tepatitlan. It's even hard to pronounce in Spanish.
It's Aztec, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right. So when you came here, did you come here expecting to do some performing? What did you...
Yeah, I was searching for a place near to the beach, first of all. And my boyfriend is from here. So I have many reasons to come to live here. I love the place. And I love that I can play music and I can afford my life playing music.
Oh, that's fantastic. How long have you been singing?
I've been singing professionally like almost 4 or 5 years.
Wow. Okay. Wow. So what is your... Now you're with the Lovers, right? And they've been playing for many years, right?
Yeah.
So you joined them when? When did you join them?
I joined them in October the last year, at the beginning of the last season.
Oh, wow. So 10 months now, huh?
Yeah, 10 months already.
Wow. All right. So talk to us about the kind of music. What do the Lovers play? What kind of music do they play?
Well, in the Lovers, we play many rock and roll and rock and heavy rock sometimes, like AC/DC, Led Zeppelin. But we play soft like Elvis Presley, the Beatles. We play any kind of music since country till R&B, funky, soul.
You guys get into any Mexican music at all?
We also play Mexican music once a week. We play in a place that it's only music in Spanish.
Okay, where is that place?
That place is called Cuarto de Música.
Okay.
And we play there on Tuesdays. But we play sometimes on Saturdays on La Cruz de Guanacaxle, and we used to play Mexican songs there too.
Okay, so but now this place is the place before La Cruz place. Where is that?
It's Cuarto de Música, Room of Music. It's in Fluvial.
It's in Fluvial. Okay, so it's not too bad. It's not too far.
Yeah, no. It's like 50 minutes from here.
All right. Well, I'll put that in the show notes so you can find it. They have other people playing there also.
You can follow us on our social media, and we post there every day we're going to be playing. And we post the week schedule. I don't know how to say that.
Schedule. You got it. It's hard. That's a hard word.
Yeah. We post there every day we're going to be playing, so you can find the place and the time.
Okay, great. All right. Now, it's really great that there's actually some bands that didn't go off to Canada, and they're actually playing during the summer here.
Yeah.
All right. So you play, I know you play at Captain Don's.
Yeah.
You're playing here at Rancho Santiago, and then, of course, the Cuarto de Música.
We playing in Bucerías, too.
Okay.
And we playing in La Cruz de Guanacaxle.
Okay. That's also a big, long word, isn't it? La Cruz. It's up in Nayarit, right?
Yeah. It's like 40 minutes from here.
Okay. All right. Where do you play there?
We play in a place called Lusty on Land.
Okay. All right. Very good. I'll have that in the show notes too, so you can find them if you want to head up, or if you're living in Nayarit, you want to go see them up there.
Yeah, it's a really good spot.
Yeah, and the food is very good. Very good. What do you like to? I like to ask people who live here, who spend a lot of time here. What do you like to eat? What would be, if you're going to have your boyfriend take you out for a date night? Where would you go?
Well, me and my boyfriend, we are so easy to please because we love pizza. And there's a place that I love that is called Como Pizza.
Como Pizza. Oh, I've heard of that place.
Yeah,
it's in Centro, right?
Yeah, it's so near, and they sell pizza slice by slice. I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, you got it.
But and it's just so delicious. I love it. And it's all like our first date almost was there, and we try to go every time we can. I love that.
Well, all right. Well, if it's the first, date, then you got to go back every time, right?
Yeah, and I'm kind of young. I can't afford a Aperol still.
Look at well, you know what? I could see that because it's really hot here, and you are dancing and jumping up and down here. I mean, you've got a lot of energy, Georgia.
Thank you.
Oh, you do. You really do. Is there anything I forgot? There's something you wanted to add?
Well, I feel so grateful for playing with the Lovers. I think they're one of the best players in town that I've been playing with. And I think we are really an amazing band. I'm not lying, but they're great, and we play like in a really good way. And we are having so much fun, so come to see us.
Well, your voice is beautiful. You make the band. I mean, you really do. So I want to thank you for coming on the show. I want to thank you for taking your time and talking with me and introducing yourself to my audience. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I'm Georgia DeSalle, and I'm part of the Lovers. Thank you.
Yes, you are. Thank you, Georgia. Adrian, thanks for coming on with me. I appreciate it.
Gracias. Thanks for inviting me.
Tell me about yourself. Where are you from?
I was born in Vallarta.
You were? So you're Pata Salada.
I am Pata Salada.
All right. Excellent. And how long have you been playing the guitar?
Like 10 years. Yeah. I was in high school.
Okay. And so is this the first, how many bands have you been playing? You played for other bands?
Yes, I used to play for Bobby and the Others. Well, it was a country band.
Okay.
They keep playing around the town. I stayed there for 3 years almost.
Uh-huh.
And then I left the band, and I was playing for many other bands, just filling in.
You're filling in, and you found a home here with the Lovers.
Yes, I do. I was when I left Bobby and the others. I was looking for another nice band to join.
Yeah,
and it took me 2 years to find a good one.
Is that right? Wow.
Yes.
Let me tell you, you sound great. By the way, you've got some big shoes to fill, but you're doing a great job. What's your favorite kind of music? What do you really like? These guys, they play everything, but what's your favorite?
Well, when I started playing, I was trying to play the hard rock classics like Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, that kind of music.
So that's your favorite. That's your wheelhouse. That's what you like the best.
That's what made me play guitar.
Fantastic.
Yes, to pick a guitar, yes.
I know you don't sing. I see you don't have or do you sing?
I'm not a singer.
You're not a singer?
No, I can't.
All right. Well, listen, I got to tell you, you're a really, really good guitarist. And I'm so glad to see that you've landed with the Lovers. It's a great group.
Oh, yes. I'm very happy to join them. I feel very lucky, actually.
Well, it's a pleasure meeting you, and good luck with the group. You're getting ready to start the season with the new band, and best of luck to you.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Richard, thanks for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, thank you for the invitation.
You are the drummer for the Lovers. You also I was watching you. You're playing the keyboards too.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, drums, keyboards, and a little bit of singing too. So
yeah. You're kind of like you're a big part of this band.
Yeah, I try to keep busy.
Yeah, well, Luis says that you've been with the band ever since they started 3 years ago.
Yeah, like 3 years ago. Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah.
So when did you start? When did you start drumming? When did you get interested in music?
I started drumming like 15 years ago.
Oh, wow. So
I was.
Your parents didn't like that, did they?
Oh, not at all. No. They want me to be I don't know, like a doctor or something like that.
Oh, yeah. But everybody wants a doctor.
Once they knew I wanted to be a musician, that I was like for real, they were like, okay, just do it well. Like,
they're okay.
Yeah.
You're okay with that?
Yeah, be disciplined and do it every day, and I don't know, practice every single day, be better and stuff like that. So, but it took a while for them to realize that I was serious.
I understand. I can tell you a story about that another time.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask you about, for example, you guys are here. Well, you guys are. Well, let's start that over. I'm going to take that out.
No worries.
So, being a drummer, right? You've played in a lot of bands, I imagine, other than the Lovers, or when did you start?
Now, no, only with the Lovers. Yeah.
I mean, but before.
Before, yeah. A lot. Yeah.
Okay, very good. And so, where are you from? And where were you born?
I was born in Guadalajara, and I lived there for most of my life till I came here and moved out with the Lovers. So.
Okay. Oh, really? So you've been only here for like 3 years or so?
Yeah.
Guadalajara?
Yeah, the rest of my life has been there. Like.
So what part of Guadalajara did you grow up in? What part of town?
I grew up like in Guadalajara, but almost in the border with Zapopan. Yeah, but before moving here to Puerto Vallarta, I lived in the downtown of Guadalajara. So, and I was happy there. But then Chave called me and told me like they have a spot here, and it was a better job offering. So. I took the chances of.
Chave's from Guadalajara too.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
we're from
you
there.
guys are like childhood friends. Huh?
Yeah, actually, we met each other there like, I don't know, 5 years ago. He was living already here, but he went to play there like, I don't know, every 6 months, something like that.
Right.
So we met in a bar and we exchanged info, contact, and that was it.
So that's how that happens. It's just like
2 years,
magical, right?
Yeah. He called me. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, so. Your family still lives in Guadalajara?
Yeah.
You got anybody here that live in No,
only
nobody.
Me, yeah.
Just you.
Yeah.
You're okay here, living all by yourself here?
Yeah.
Tapatio, you're all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, very good. Let me ask you something. The food here is amazing in Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah.
But in Guadalajara it's crazy amazing too.
Oh yeah, it is.
If somebody was going to come to Guadalajara from Puerto Vallarta just like to spend a weekend, what would you suggest they do? What would be like, you say, hey, do this, do this, do this?
Okay, back in Guadalajara, I would say like they must try the tacos de barbacoa, like barbacoa tacos.
Yeah.
Because tacos there are not like are not like the ones we have there. Yeah, they are way different, and I miss those actually. It's one thing I miss a lot from Guadalajara. So you must do that.
The barbacoa is the stuff that's like they bury it in a hole, don't they?
Yeah. They bury the meat in a hole, and they live there like, I don't know, like 15 hours, something like that.
Right.
It's a long process, but once they have that, they cook the tacos and they make it like, I don't know.
They make it delicious.
Yeah,
is what they
I
do.
miss that. Yeah, they have really good tacos here. That's the truth. But I miss a lot the ones back in Guadalajara. Yeah,
very good. All right, so definitely get yourself some barbacoa when you're in Guadalajara. Where else? What else would you visit in town? Where would you? What you need to visit as far as like churches or
back in Guadalajara?
Yeah.
Well, you need to go to downtown. There's a lot of history there. There's a lot of old buildings, a lot of places to eat, but it's everything in the downtown. You can go other places like, I don't know, the forest. There's one a park called Colomos.
Okay.
It's a big forest. It's a nature place. You can go there and, I don't know, feed squirrels, something like that. But then also you have the Primavera. Well, those places are outside Guadalajara, but there's a lot of places around. So
okay, so, but easy to access, not too hard to get to.
Yeah, it's not that expensive. Actually, there's a lot of places you can visit that they are way cheaper than here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, downtown, definitely you need to go there. And that's it, because once you are there, you have a lot of stuff to do. You can't spend there like, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. And
okay.
There's still a lot of things to see.
Give yourself a little time to see stuff, right?
Yeah.
All right. And what about the weather? Like this time of year, like when it's really hot?
It's kind of hot.
It's hot too?
Not as hot as PV right now, because in Guadalajara right now, it's kind of hot in the, I don't know, midday and stuff like that. But at night, the temperature goes lower, so it's a nice weather.
All right.
there.
So how would you suggest they get to Guadalajara? Should they fly? Should they take a bus?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, because now, I mean, it's cheap to fly.
Well, the flight is okay, but if you want to see like the landscapes, I would recommend that way more, because you need to take we call the freeway, like the Carretera Libre.
Uh-huh.
So it's a beautiful road there. So
yeah, it is.
There's a toll highway, but it's not as good. Well, it's really good. And you will travel only for 3 hours.
Right.
But if you want to see the landscape and the nature and all that, I would recommend the freeway.
Yeah. You want to see those agave plants lined up there, man. That's exactly the way you go,
vegetation,
right?
a lot of stuff to see there. So I would recommend that. It would take you like 6 hours, but it's a nice trip.
Right.
Well, once you do that,
right?
You can take a plane after that. But
right. Yeah.
You must see that.
You've seen it once.
Yeah.
And go ahead and fly over
of course.
it, right? Yeah. Am I missing anything? Anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know. No.
All right. Well, listen. I want to thank you very much for introducing yourself. It's so nice to meet everybody in the band.
Oh yeah,
and I'm sure that all the listeners are going to really appreciate that too. Thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for letting me introduce you to everybody that's listening.
No, thanks for having us here, and it's always nice to speak more about ourselves than anything else. So
yeah,
that way people can meet us.
Well, that's the whole idea.
Yeah.
When people come and see you, now they know you. Right?
Yeah, they know a couple of stuff about us. Yeah, that's good. Thank you, man.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Renato, thanks for coming on the podcast. Thank you.
No, thank you for inviting.
¿De dónde eres? Where are you from?
I'm from Mexico City.
Chilango.
Exactly. I'm Chilango. I'm live here. I think 38 years.
38. 38
Yeah.
años.
Yeah.
Wow.
When I came here, I think I have a 7 years.
Oh, you were a kid. You're a little boy when you came
right. Yeah. Right now I'm have a 45.
So you're a pata salada.
Exactly.
You're not a Chilango.
Well, it's funny because the Chilango, it's the person who go to live to the Mexico City.
Yeah, right.
This is right.
Yeah.
And no, the Mexico City go to the PB. No. It's not
so
the same.
It's kind of reverse, isn't
Exactly.
it? So maybe I don't know this. Maybe I learned wrong, huh?
all the people is the same here.
They say the same.
Yeah, in PB, Jalisco is the same. Yeah. Right. You are Mexico from Mexico City. Oh, you're Chilango.
Chilango, yeah. All right. Well, you wear that with a badge of honor. It's good, right? It's okay.
It's not a problem.
All right. So you've been here like your whole life. So you've seen Puerto Vallarta grow really, really.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
It's pretty. What do you think? Is it for the better or worse? What do you think?
I don't know what happened with the new people or the old people because right now it's a very nervous or I don't know what happened with the too much people from other part of the world.
Yeah.
North America, Canada, inside Mexico, Mexico City, Guadalajara, Aguascalientes. I don't know, but I love the people. The people is the part of the history of all the world. In the beginning, Mexico, live Mexicans, but came the Spain to live to Mexico.
Right.
USA, England,
the French,
other French, Canada French. Right now, too much Japanese, Chinese. I don't know. So I don't know what is the problem with the too much people here or there or everywhere.
Right. It just happens. It's part of what's going on all over the world. No?
I don't know. The magic of the places is the natural river, mountains, beach. I think the old people who live here want to be the old town in her mind,
yes,
in his mind. But well, the magic right now, the beautiful is the people.
Yeah, it is. And I always say that.
Well, I think for me, I need to learn respect, and I think that's it.
Yeah,
because we can live here, French, Canadian, USA, North America, Central America, and we can breakfast, eat, dinner everywhere, in every places, and no problem. The secret for me, the only secret is respect. That's it.
I love that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Because I tell people all the time, I've been coming here for 40 years. And I say, yes, things have changed, but the people are still the same. They're still the same. Very, very. They're the most kind people, I think, in all of Mexico.
It's I think it's one of maybe kind of problems because when the people in the beginning came to live to Puerto Vallarta, the small houses, not too much noise, not too much cars, and right now change the view because it's too many buildings in the downtown.
Oh yeah.
So this change and maybe change all the community. I don't know.
Yeah, it could very well.
I think it's only problem for me. But the people who live here, it's the same. Friendly, healthy. You can walk at night, at the morning, evening. Every time you can walk between the streets of the Puerto Vallarta, no problem. Right. But too much people right now came, and we know the people who live here, but we don't know what happened with the new people.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think it's but well, the reality is PB is very magic place. For me, it's a new house for many new friends. I think that.
Okay, so Renato, tell me, how long have you been playing the bass?
Oh, I have 45 years. myself.
Yeah, really.
But I'm start to play in 25 years ago. But I don't finish to learn to play.
That's an old joke about bass players too, right?
Yeah.
They learn the first few notes and they're done, right? They're ready to go.
Actually, I love the music, but I never think I will be playing in a band, in a rock band, in a pop band. I'm never. Only I remember the first time when I sing a song when I little child. I have 4 years ago. I'm hear a Spanish song in the radio, and I learn one time, and I'm start to sing. And then when I have 15 years, I have a friends to want to play. When we are very young, all the people, all the boys want to be a part of the band, one band.
Oh, yeah.
I'm start to play, but it's funny because somebody give us instruments because they have their fathers was rich and have all the instruments in the room, and everybody take a guitar, drum set, everything, but never take the bass. And okay, I say, well, I'm take the bass, and then start to play something, a couple chords, everything. But when we start, I think 2 weeks or 1 month, we learn 1 or 2 songs. But when we start the rehearsal, all the guys say, I don't sing, I don't want to sing, I don't sing, nothing, nobody. So I'm a singer because nobody want to sing.
Nobody wanted the job.
Nobody want to play the bass and sing.
Well, you do both of them really well, really well.
I'm still trying because a couple years I find old friends in this age, 30 years ago, and they have in this moment a one band in the school, the band of the school, the rockers of the school. And for joke, this guy say, "Hey, come on, play with us one song in the festival of the school." But these guys joke with us because we don't play like these guys. We are very bad to play and sing and everything. A couple years, I find these guys and tell me, "Hey, Renato, I remember the first time when you sing and you play was a very horrible. I don't know the word.
Wasn't good, huh?
Well, no, sorry. But right now, I give you apologies because right now you sing different and you play different. Well, I think 25 years I need to learn something.
Oh yeah,
a couple notes or something. But well, I'm start to play, and that's the reason because nobody want to play the bass and nobody want to sing. And then I start to know about my favorite bands like a Beatles, and I learned to Paul McCartney sing and play. And he wrote the letters and the owner songs with John Lennon. And I'm start to grow my owner songs because I have my owner songs in Spanish. But for 1 or 2 reasons, we don't play nothing with the lovers. But maybe this high season, we can play something original for the lovers.
That'll be great. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that. And of course, Paul McCartney, one of the most famous bass players around.
Yeah, I know. It's very I don't know if weird or funny, because I know it's many bass men players, like Iron Maiden, uh, 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 many people who play the bass very, very nice, very well, and sing and play. But I'm really love the job for the Beatles. It's too much different than the other people to play and sing, and the sound of the Hofner bass. It's too much different. It's I'm love this sound, and I know the really good sound like a Fender bass. It's too much different. It's amazing. I'm played the bass 25 years, but I have 1 years ago I have the my first Fender bass, and I say, oh my God, it's a really really nice sound of the bass. But I have very, very inside in my heart, in my bones, the sound of the Hofner, of the bass of the Beatles, and it's funny, it's weird, but I love that. I love that.
You play you play the Beatles correct. You're amazing. You're amazing, and sing as well.
I'm still trying.
You're doing it, brother. You're doing it. All right. Let's. How many other bands have you played with besides the Lovers?
Oh, well, it's it's wow. I have too many stories about the bands. Because don't work for the music right now. I'm play and I work for the music. I have 15 years play and working for the music. I'm start with friends, and the most important projects, I think it was the La Bandra, the first name, and the Strangers, and right now the Lovers. I have three big projects, I think, and well, we have 3 years right now with the Lovers. We play 2 years ago in Canada. Well, we don't know if the next year maybe we go up play Canada again, but we are very very happy with the people, with the new friends.
And you've got a new lead guitarist.
Yeah, it's I want to be friendly with my opinions, but right now, in the Lovers play who want to play with us, the friendship, the honesty, and the heart in the stage with us. Right now, we don't. Right now, don't stay with us who don't want to play with us. That's it.
Yeah.
We want to be a big team, a big family. We don't have leaders. We don't have imposition, nothing. We want to roll the same positions. We are friends, no other things.
Yeah.
And it's difficult for us. But right now, we have a great team, and we are happy. It's the most important, I think.
I think so too. Absolutely. Well, you guys are amazing. We just love listening to you play, and you've got a huge following. You've got a lot of people that love the Lovers and love you guys too, Renato.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on the show. Thanks for talking with me. And
no. Thank you for an interview. And well, I don't like to say goodbye. I'm like to say see you later. See you later, all of you, my friends. Thank you for giving me too much for the music. I love the music. It's very special for me because give me many friends and don't have price for all of you. Thank you.
Thanks to you, brother. Wow. Thank you so much, Renato. And thank you so much to all you Lovers, Georgia, Adrian, Richard, and of course you, Renato. It's an honor to get you all to know you all, of course, and to be able to enjoy your brand of lovely music that you're bringing to your lovely fans. You all make Vallarta a better place. And thanks to Jose Santiago for your kind hospitality. You're got a cool spot right there by the river, surrounded by those emerald green mountains with giant macaws screeching from the jungle perches. It's really very nice up there. It's a beautiful spot to relax and to listen to some good music or just have your own party. As I said, they have parties there. And I have contact information in the show notes for both Rancho Santiago and the Lovers with their schedules for upcoming concerts and events. You can find them in the show notes at www.puertovallartatravelshow.com. Okay, that should do it for this week. It's a long one. Stay tuned for more on-the-ground reports of Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, with travel tips, great restaurant excursion ideas, and more. But until then, remember this is an interactive show where I depend on your questions and your suggestions about all things Puerto Vallarta. If you think of something that I should be talking about, well, please reach out to me by clicking on the Contact Us tab and sending us a message. And remember, if you're considering booking any type of tour while you're in Puerto Vallarta, you must go to vallartainfo.com, that's JR's website, and reserve your tour through him right from his website. As I said before, JR is experiencing a bit of the septiembre hardship himself. So if you're planning on taking a tour when you come to Vallarta, maybe buy your ticket now from him and help him out. Remember, this is a value for value proposition. His experience and on-the-ground knowledge of everything Puerto Vallarta in exchange for your making a purchase of a tour that you do anyway. You're just doing it through him as a way of saying thank you. Thanks, JR, for being our guide. It costs no more than if you were to use someone else. So do it, really. And when you take one of these tours, email me about your experiences. Maybe you can come on board and share with others what you liked or didn't like about the tour. Again, contact me by clicking on the Contact Us tab and sending off a message. And don't forget, he's got his maps, his DIY tours, and I have links to all of those in the show notes. Once again, if you like this podcast, please take the time to subscribe, follow, and share with a lover of Puerto Vallarta. Give me a good review wherever or however you happen to be listening. That way we can get the word out to more and more people about the magic of this place, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Remember, I made it easy for you to do just that with each episode I create. But if you haven't been to my website, you really need to have a look there. I have links to the places that we talk about, interesting pictures and more right there in my blog posts and in the show notes for each episode of the show. So check them out for sure if you haven't already. All right? All right. Thank you so much to the Lovers, Georgia DeSalle, Adrian Garcia, Richard Luna, and Renato Reza. Thanks for letting us get to know you better. Thanks for your music and your energy that just makes you who you are. We love you. And thanks to Jose Santiago from Rancho Santiago, Salon de Eventos in Paso del Guayabo. Thanks for your story as well. I have a link to all their contact information in the show notes. And thanks to all of you for listening all the way through this episode of the Puerto Vallarta Travel Show. This is Barry Kessler signing off with a wish for you all to slow down, be kind, and live Vallarta lifestyle. Nos vemos, amigos.
De arrullo en el mar, samba de Puerto Vallarta, noche de amor junto al mar. Solo camino eterno por la playa, me encuentro junto al río cuando todo está en calma. Pronto cae la noche, me brillas Puerto Vallarta, samba de Puerto Vallarta, noche de arrullo en el mar. Samba de Puerto Vallarta.